Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is ThePandaPhotographer, and today I'm giving you guys my 30-day assessment on JJC Products that they have sent me so far. Now, originally I purchased a JJC magnetic lens filter adapter with my own money, but they were very kind enough to replace that system because, let's be honest and disclaimer, JJC is a big contributor to this channel so far this summer. So I want to say thank you to JJC and Spencer, especially Spencer, for sending me all these products. So Spencer and JJC. Disclaimer, what I'm about to share with you is just my real world experience dealing with your products. 1. The magnetic lens filter lens adapter. I by far believe it's a very good product. It's a very good product. But my caveats are the hot shoe and the little tiny screw that comes with it. So this is what I recommend, JJC. If you're going to deliver us the hot shoe and the screws, it's suggested to put Loctite so we can reuse the screw over and over again. I guess with Loctite you can, but we need to find a better system because over time when I'm putting the hot shoe on my adapter to my gimbal, and over time when I'm using it, that screw comes loose and it does come apart. So you have to keep screwing it down with the screwdriver, which you have to bring with you at all times. So keep that in mind. That is the caveat. Other caveats, nothing. The magnetics on this adapter are pretty strong. I would say about 5 to between 6 pounds of force, and I tested it rapidly, even on this table specifically. Ladies and gentlemen, it is really strong. Now this is the hand grip, and I want you to see there's no buckling, there's no looseness. It is really on there, really tight. There's no when I'm looking, the word I'm looking for is there's no feedback where the adapter is slipping from the magnetics. Now I can use this horizontal or vertical. It comes with a Bluetooth remote, which I use only a very few times. It works very good. Now, my caveat with this product is this quarter 20 thread. You see how this quarter 20 thread is actually made? It's not flat. So if you want to screw it down to tripods or monopods, which I did recently, it's not going to stay on tight. It just twists around. It needs to be flat based. So that's the only problem with this magnetic hand grip, and that is it. It's strong, but here's another feature. You could use this as a kickstand if you wanted to. Since my phone is kind of front heavy, it's tipped and over, so we need to take off the filters. And as you can see, you can watch movies, you can watch in vertical mode, and you can do it in horizontal mode. So keep that in mind. But other than that, I rate this a 4.5 out of 5. I wrote this 4.3 out of 5. Now, let's talk about the HSCC2 yellow camera bag right here. Now, they did send this to me, and I did try to put my DSLR cameras and my IRIX lenses in here, and it did fit. It was a very tight squeeze, but the compatibility is on this list here. So the Canon EOS R5 can fit in here. The Canon RF 24-70 f2.8 LIS can fit in here. Sony A7 Mark IV with a Sony FE 24-70 f2.8 Mark II or G Master 2. The 6700 with a ELP lens, which is an 1805 f4G lens. If you never had that lens, yeah, it's pretty useful for a lot of things. Now, I used it for a lot of other things off and on. Storing things, transportation wise, power banks, batteries. It is very, very good camera case or a bag, if you want to call it a case or a bag. But I want to show you guys the inside really quickly. That it does have a lot of space. It comes with a cushion adapters for your lenses. So if you're curious about that, yeah, it comes with these cushions to protect your lenses and your camera. It comes with extra layers as well. Another side pocket inside here. You have another pocket here where you can store your passports, batteries, etc., etc. It's a decent amount of good space. And for the dimensions on the product, it is 276 by 186 by 118 mils. So it's a great little small little camera bag, and mind you, it has protection, a rugged protection. But I've been trying to put it through this paces, and it got a little dirty, I'm not gonna lie. But other than that, everybody, it's done a very good job storing, transportation wise, using it for the things I need it for. I do like the color scheme, yellow, even though yellow is really not my color scheme. But I get what the brand is going with the yellow. I think it looks cool. I think they should make a black and white and yellow version to match their logo as well. That would be a very good idea. But overall, this is a very good camera case or camera case for your travel needs. But when it comes down to the selfie tripod stick, I haven't been using this much just because when I wanted to use it, it wasn't really long enough for my usage because I'm, sitting this down pre-recording all the time. But same thing with the magnetics, very strong, very powerful. Bluetooth, mind you, the Bluetooth transmitter and controller here does work very flawlessly. I just wish this was a little bit more different. I wish the next model would have a little bit more extension, or this piece here can actually swivel 90-degree both ways. I would prefer that to have quicker horizontal video. So if JJC, if you're thinking about remodeling this selfie tripod stick, I think the version here should, on this joint here, should have a swivel that swivels 90 degrees both ways. That will be really cool. But over that, it does work for its need. You can travel with it, you can use it. It's very light, very portable. Yeah, it's made out of plastic. It does get dirty really quickly, as white does get dirty quickly. So, but other than that, everybody, my experience with JJC has been a 4.5 out of 5. Communications has been very good with Spencer. JJC has been very responsive. They really respond to the posts or your social media. They communicate really well, and that is very good for a brand to communicate with the creator or the influencer or the filmmaker or the videographer or photographer. I, on the hand, am a photographer and filmmaker. I'm not an influencer or a creator. I create things, but I don't really consider myself as a creator. I consider myself as a professional photographer and an amateur filmmaker. And the products here that JJC had sent me did work a lot from the Brooklyn Blade Comp, which was very promising. I got tons of footage. So I want to say thank you again to Spencer from JJC Photography. Thank you for sending me all these products out. I appreciate it. But there are some things that need to be changed for versions 2 or 3, or well, version 3 for the magnetic lens filter adapter. Version 2 should have a swivel 90-degree rotation option. And for, oh, I forgot to talk about this, the neck mount. Now, it did break. You have seen my video, JJC. It did break, but as you can see, I crazy glued it back to a point where I want to use it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, take it with a grain of salt. I broke it because what you do not want to do with this product, ladies and gentlemen, this is the M&M magnetic net camera action smartphone neck mount. When you take off your phone, make sure you hold your phone and you take it off. See, this is what I'm going to show you. When you put it on your device, when you put your device onto the magnetic, make sure you hold it to take it off, because this is plastic and the teeth that holds this down is plastic, and I put too much pressure and stress on it as I was taking it off like this over time, and it broke. So the next version should be, ladies and gentlemen, should be a magnetic base plate, or aluminum base or steel base, but aluminum would be very efficient. But I'm rough with my gear, so take it with a grain of salt, ladies and gentlemen. So I am very rough with my gear as a filmmaker, so I did break it by accident. It's not JJC's fault at all, but the product does works intentionally the way it's supposed to. So with that said, everyone, if you feel that the products do meet your criteria for your videography, your photography, your filmmaking, your logging needs, yeah, JJC, thank you for sending all these products. And if you want to buy all of these products, the links will be down in the description below. But with that said, everyone, this has been a JJC moment and an update. So eat, sleep, photography, JJC, and repeat. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. See ya.